Hey guys, I know we would all love to have a personal chef in the kitchen. Well, today you have one. I'm here with my friend Chef Patrick, and he is going to show us some great kitchen tips and tricks that will make your time in the kitchen so much easier.
Hello, today we're going to talk about how to properly maintain your knives. The most important thing is keeping that knife as sharp as you can. And a lot of people aren't really sure how to do that. All right, there are some ways to do that. A lot of local hardware stores will sharpen them for you. The problem with that is they're going to use a mechanical sharpener, and mechanical sharpeners take a lot of metal away from the blade, so it's actually going to shorten the life of your blade by doing mechanical sharpening. By very easily doing this at home, we're going to show you a couple quick tips here. Everything you see in front of me, this is maybe about $25, $30 to go out and buy at your local hardware store or any of those online shopping stores. You can buy sharpening stone, very easy to do. Biggest mistake people make, this is not a sharpener. This is what's called a honing steel. What happens with your knife over time, as you're using it, it naturally develops little wiggles in the blade. And that's not a bad thing, but sometimes when people are cutting and they're thinking, oh, my knife's getting dull, it's just that it really lost its straightness and it's got those little wiggles. This honing steel is designed to straighten that blade back out, not sharpen it. All right, a lot of people like to call these a sharpener, but it's just to straighten your blade. So for the honing steel, no matter what knife you're using, you want to hold that knife at about a 20 to 23 degree angle. And you're sitting there going, how do I know what a 20 to 23 degree angle is? Go grab yourself your average household quarter. All right? If I were to lay this on my board and put that quarter behind it, that's a 23 degree angle. It's not a very steep angle. All right? If you get it too steep, you're actually going to damage your blade. You will dull it while you think you're sharpening it. So just by having that little bit, I can knock that out. I am now at the correct angle to hold this. So very simply, the next problem people make with this is they see the chefs on TV and they're sharpening they're honing their knives in this kind of direction. That's not very safe. You never want to bring that knife going toward you. You always want to do it going away from you. So if I put that honing steel going down on my cutting board and I bring all the way back to this center line, which is called the bolster, and I start there and I draw it all the way down to the tip. This way, in case I slip with it, it's just going to go on the cutting board, perfectly safe and sound. If I'm going the other way and I slip, I'm going into myself, which is not so safe. So I'm just going to bring my knife coming through, like I said, going from all the way through. And you want to make sure you do both sides. And really all you're looking to do is you do this about 10 to 12 times a side. And that is now taking those little wiggles out of your blade and is a temporary sharpening technique. For more long term, you want to use a sharpening stone. You can go get whetstones, like I said, at either local hardware stores or online, and you're going to see a lot of different numbers when you go to look at those. The lower the number, the more metal it's going to take off your knife as you go to sharpen it. The higher the number, the more fine tuning that it's going to do. So I always like to say, for the average person, you don't have to go out and buy, an 80 grit stone. All right, this one here, I believe is about a 350. Which is perfectly fine. The other nice thing I like about getting that higher grit number is it's not going to scratch up your knives. All right, it's going to keep it pretty nice and straight for you. Regardless of what you're doing is you can buy sharpening stone oil that you can spread on there. I just like to use a little bit of common water. And what that water does, just like the oil would do, is it just gives it more of a glide as it goes through and does a little bit less scratching. So just like we did with our honing steel, I want to put that at about a 23 degree angle. So again, I can take my quarter, I can put my quarter there, I can take it away. Now I know what angle I'm at. Place some fingers on top and just gently work my way through. I don't need to push hard. The stone does the work. I don't have to push hard. And then same thing going back the other way. Usually if you're a righty, going to the right's the easy way. When you're a lefty, going left's easier. But you want to make sure as you're doing this, you're getting the entire blade. What a lot of people do is they just kind of push across. when I do that, I've missed this whole section. So I'm not sharpening that section at all. So you make sure, just kind of like you're making a C as you're going through that sharpening technique. And again with this, you're going to do this a little bit more than you would with a honing steel, because really I am taking off small amounts of the metal from the blade. But being such a high grit, it's not going to really diminish my blade size too much. But you could do this for, 15, 20, depending on how sharp you need to get your knife or how dull it may be. And then, obviously, of course, after that, the most important thing you want to do is make sure you wash your knife before you use it. Because as I said, you did take off some small little metal particles, and you don't want to get that in your food. So, always remember, this is for daily quick sharpening or quick honing of your knife. And this is for more long-term sharpening of that knife. Best of luck to you. Keep your knife sharp.
Thanks, Chef. You can get more kitchen tips from Chef Patrick right here on my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss a single thing. And be sure to check out more of my favorite easy recipes and quick tips. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.